Welcome back to Studio Film Recaps, where we bring unforgettable stories to life, one scene at a time. In a quiet courtroom, a young woman stands with calm resolve. No longer a child, she now wears the confidence of a law student, delivering her final mock trial, a case that holds a deep meaning for her. As the verdict is read, the room grows still, but her gaze drifts beyond the courtroom walls. Stepping outside, she notices something caught on the barbed wire near the prison gates, a single yellow balloon swaying in the breeze. Her breath catches, and in that moment, she's no longer in the present. She's not just a student. She's a little girl again. And with her, we are pulled into the past, into a story not written in law books, but in memory, love, and loss. 6-year-old Ye Sung clutches her father's hand as they gaze at a store window. Inside is the prize of her dreams, a bright Sailor Moon backpack. Her father, Yong-gu, smiles with excitement and promises, "When I get paid, we'll buy it." But fate moves faster than paychecks. Inside the store, the powerful police commissioner has already bought the last backpack for his own daughter. Yong-gu, childlike in his thinking due to a developmental disability, rushes in to ask for it, but it's seen as aggression. He's grabbed, shoved, and humiliated in front of his daughter. Still, father and daughter walk home together, hand in hand, their spirits bruised but not broken. The next day, the commissioner's young daughter sees Yong-gu again. She recognizes his gentle heart and tries to help him. She tugs his hand, leading him down the icy street toward another store that sells the same backpack. But in a cruel twist of fate, the girl slips. A brick, dislodged by the ice, falls from above, striking her head. Yong-gu tries to help. He's panicked, doing CPR the only way he knows. A woman sees them and screams. Moments later, he's surrounded by police. They don't ask questions. They see a mentally disabled man kneeling beside a child's lifeless body. And they jump to the worst conclusion. Yong-gu is arrested, charged with rape and murder. And no one, not even the law, stops to listen to what really happened. Thrown into a cell number 7 with 5 hardened inmates, Yong-gu is labeled a monster. They keep their distance, disgusted and suspicious. But Yong-gu doesn't respond with hate. He's confused, scared, still worried about his daughter more than himself. One night, chaos erupts. A rival gang inmate tries to kill So Yang-ho, the prison's most feared leader. And then something no one expects happens. Yong-gu jumps in the way. He saves Yang-ho's life. It changes everything. For the first time, they look at Yong-gu not as a criminal, but as a man, a father. Yang-ho decides to repay him and asks what he wants. Yong-gu's answer? "I just want to see my daughter." Together, the inmates devise a wild plan. When a children's choir visits the prison, they sneak little Ye Sung in among them. She's reunited with her father inside the walls, meant to keep them apart. For one night, they are a family again, laughing, talking, just being together. But secrets don't last in prison. The warden finds out. Ye Sung is caught. The prison warden storms into cell number 7, furious. He orders her taken away. Days pass. The inmates are angry. Their plan failed. Yong-gu is quiet until one night a fire breaks out in the warden's office. Smoke floods the hallway. Staff panic. But before anyone can reach the danger, Yong-gu bursts through the flames. He drags the warden out, coughing and burned. He doesn't think twice. He just saves him. And now the warden knows. This man, this so-called criminal, is not who they said he was. From that day on, Ye Sung is allowed back. She visits every afternoon after school. Cell number 7 becomes a second home. But reality looms. Yong-gu's trial is coming. And if he doesn't learn how to answer the prosecutor's questions, he'll be sentenced to death. So the cell number 7 crew steps up, turning their cell into a courtroom boot camp. Yang-ho becomes the prosecutor. The others take turns grilling Yong-gu. At first, he fumbles every question, nervous, confused. But then, slowly, he starts to get it. He learns to say, "I didn't do it." He learns to hold his head high. They laugh. They cheer. In this tiny cell, hope is growing. But outside those prison walls, the truth is dangerous. The police commissioner, the father of the dead girl, is furious. He corners Yonggu before the trial, furious that the case hasn't gone away quietly. In a locked room, he beats Yonggu mercilessly. Then he leans in and whispers, "If you don't confess, if you keep fighting, your daughter dies next." Yonggu is bleeding, crying. And in that moment, the man who only ever wanted to protect his daughter makes the ultimate sacrifice. He walks into court and lies. He says he did it. Gasps fill the room. His cellmates are shocked. The warden looks crushed. Yi-sung, too young to understand, screams from the gallery. But it's done. Yonggu is sentenced to death. Execution date, December 23rd. Yi-sung's birthday. Back in cell number 7, the inmates are shattered. They know the truth. They know Yonggu is innocent, and they know they have to try one last thing. They spend weeks gathering scraps, stitching canvas, building something wild, a hot air balloon. The plan? Use the prison concert to create a distraction and let Yonggu and Ye-sung escape through the sky. On the day of the concert, the inmates put on the show of their lives. Music, dancing, chaos. The guards pretend to be overwhelmed, and the balloon lifts. It starts to rise. Yi-sung laughs, clutching her father. He looks at her with wonder. The sky is so close. But then, a sharp tug. The balloon is stuck. Barbed wire. It can't break free. They're forced back down. The dream ends there. Cell number 7 is unusually quiet. It's morning. The day everything changes. But amidst the looming sorrow, the cellmates make a choice. Today isn't just about endings. It's Ye-sung's birthday. They gather around a small cake, voices low but filled with warmth. Soft singing floats through the air. Ye-sung closes her eyes and blows out the candle. They eat, they smile, they pretend, just for a moment, that everything is normal. Then the time arrives. Yonggu gently takes Ye-sung's hand as they step out of the cell and into the cold, long hallway. While walking, Yonggu kneels down and hugs her, then lifts her like he always does and continues to walk towards the gate. At the gate, he gently sets Ye-sung down, kneels to her level and asks with trembling warmth, "Will you be all right without your daddy?" Ye-sung said, "Yes, I'll be fine," she says cheerfully, too young to understand what's truly ahead. She tilts her head, curious. "You can go alone, right?" Yonggu nods with a brave smile. "Yes, I can go alone. I'll get perfect scores and come visit you. When you go to a better place, don't worry about me," she promises. Yonggu forces a smile, his voice trembling. "Okay." Ye-sung gives him one last gift, her innocence. "Merry Christmas, Daddy." As the gate begins to open, Yonggu breaks. Tears stream down his face as he clutches her tightly one last time. "Merry Christmas, Ye-sung, my lovely, smart, pretty daughter," he whispers. "Take care, Ye-sung." She walks ahead. At the gate, she waves with joy. "Goodbye, Daddy." He waves back, smiling through tears, until she's gone from sight. But she turns one last time, searching, watching. "Goodbye, Daddy." "Goodbye, Ye-sung." Yonggu's legs give out. He collapses. Ye-sung, not realizing what this moment means, begins to count. 1, 2, 3. It's their game. Always at 3, her daddy would look back and make a silly face. She waits, but he never turns. "Daddy! Daddy!" she calls. Then, breaking through the guards, Yonggu stands up and runs to the gate. He clutches the bars and cries out, "Help me! I didn't do it! I was wrong!" Ye-sung's eyes widen with fear. "Daddy, what's wrong?" Yonggu shouts again. "I'm sorry! I'm sorry!" Ye-sung, confused and scared, says through tears, "You don't have to go to a better place. Just stay here. I'll visit. I'm not mad." Both of them sobbing now, separated by iron bars and fate. Yonggu pleads, "Forgive me, please." His voice echoes down the hallway. His cellmates listen, broken, helpless. There's nothing they can do. The cries continue. For mercy, for time, for one more moment. Then, silence. A heavy door closes. The sound fades. The screen doesn't show what happens next, just the quiet and the unbearable ache that follows. Now in the present day, Ye Sung, now a young woman, stands in a courtroom, the very place where her father's fate was sealed. But today is different. It's a mock trial, a symbolic hearing, and she's not just a spectator, she's the lawyer. For her final exam, she chose her father's wrongful conviction as her case. This is not just an academic exercise, it's a mission to reclaim his name. Sitting in the courtroom are familiar faces, the once hardened inmates of cell number 7. Older now, quieter. The prison warden who once doubted Yong-gu now quietly supports Ye Sung. Even the judge, solemn, moved. One by one, she walks them through the truth, the flawed investigation, the coerced confession, the commissioner's rage, the innocence of a father who only ever wanted to buy his daughter a backpack. When she finishes, there's silence. And then, the judge speaks. He overturns the original verdict. Yong-gu is officially acquitted, posthumously declared innocent. There will be no retrial, no legal consequences. But for Ye Sung, and for everyone in that room, it means everything. Outside the courthouse, Ye Sung walks alone. She looks up. In the distance, caught on barbed wire, a yellow balloon twists in the wind, just like the one from her childhood. She reaches up, and something in her heart cracks open. We return to the image from the beginning of the film. Ye Sung envisions herself as a child again, floating in that hot air balloon with her father. The sun warms their faces as they rise through the clouds. There's no barbed wire, no prison walls, just sky. "Goodbye, Appa," she whispers. The balloon drifts away. "I love you, Appa." Sometimes love lives beyond the verdict. Sometimes the truth finds its way back, even after years in the dark. This was never just a courtroom story. It was a daughter's promise to her father, one she kept. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And let us know in the comments, if someone you loved was wrongfully accused, how far would you go to clear their name? Thank you for watching Studio Film Recaps features Miracle in Cell Number 7.